Hello everyone, welcome to the ScholarHat Tab Show. Today we having Miss Yogita. So she joined with us the full stack .NET developer certification training program. She restarted her career after a career gap. She want to share her journey, how she restarted her career with us. So let's welcome to the Yogita. Hi Yogita, welcome to the show.
Yeah, hello, sir. Glad to meet you, sir. Yeah. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Yeah, welcome Yogita in this show. So Yogita, just let us know how you think to restart your career after a gap. What was your, the thinking process at that time? Because I see many women think about to restart their career, but because of some, the families related responsibilities they're having, they are not able to give their time. So what was your, strategy at the time you try to restart the things?
Yeah, right, sir. Yeah, basically, I restarted my career after 5.5 years of gap, which I thought it is huge and it will really used to make me worry if I would be able to make a comeback. And in the thought of that, actually, I was trying to make it since like my child was around 3 years old. Uh, but then somehow that breaking that thought itself, like that thought of not able to perform or not will not be able to make it was difficult to break. But it took a while, but then I think the determination is the key in
So
my
you want to give a
career
message
campaign.
to the audience, especially the women who actually willing to restart their career. First thing is mindset. And mindset actually comes into the picture when you will start be a part of such people who already doing the similar job and who are doing the job where you are willing to be a part of that. So you
Okay,
said
right, sir.
you joined the webinar, you started to looking at how the people are asking the question, what are the knowledge they having, and similar thing. Of course, the people having the comparison to herself as well, so start doing the thing is okay, this thing I can answer to. So I'm sure this is the way how first you need to change your mindset by joining some webinar, by looking at the people who already doing such things. And the second thing, of course, is family support. So family
Yeah.
support is very important. So your family should be in the favor whatever decision you are taking. So of course, family support should be there. Even I understand women having money, the family responsibility, so you manage the things. And especially it is all about the time management as well.
Agree, sir. Yeah, time management is also is an important factor. But first thing is women should think that they can do it, and they are here to do it. So if you have that caliber, the first thing is to believe in yourself. And then yes, of course, these webinars help in seeing what the market is, how the people are, what kind of market, like the what is trending in the market, how, like the people in the audience. When sometimes we really think that oh, my question might sound very basic, my question might sound stupid, but then you will find some people asking the similar question. Then you see, oh no, it's not that only me, there are some other people also. That breaks that ice.
And what are the changes you feel after joining our session? Have you seen we having, every Friday career routine session, especially in the batch itself, I suggest the things, what to do, how to do. Do you think such things help you for doing the things?
I feel that I feel that played a very crucial part or a key part in choosing the opportunity, placing myself in this job. uh, I think before joining the course, I joined your career counseling session because that was the advice from the counselor, like Rupindar. So she said you joined Friday session, and sir, when I joined, I honestly, I remember I asked you the question that sir, what should be my expectation? What should be my, like how should be placing my, because I have 12 years of experience, but after 5.5 years of gap, I don't know where to place myself. So I remember that point in time you told me that you should place yourself as somewhere around 8.5 years of experience person because of the career gap, and also accordingly we can set our salary expectations. So that helped me somehow to, to put it in that, right context, because otherwise I was also having a burden of, 12 years of experience, then someone taking me at a software, lead software developers positions. I was facing that of challenge. But when you advised me this, I think that helped me in, somewhere setting that expectation from myself, and that helped me
That help you to understand what is the expectation the company will have. They will hire you. So sometimes this is also the issue, the people start calculating the experience in a wrong way. They start thinking, I started my career in 2009. Then after, let's say, as you said, you have the 5 years of that. They count that 5 years gap also. That is not a right way to calculate the experience. So just remove that one, and just whatever you did before the leave, just count that only. So you have to justify that experience only.
Yeah.
Not whatever the gap experience you have, you don't need to justify. And every company understood. Women having the career gap because of maternity leave and many other things. So it's understood. It's not the case. You are the different one. We don't have the such things. We having such things in industry. It's not the case only with the person you are doing the things.
Right, but when some mentor like you tells it, it is reassuring, it is reconfirming. But when someone like, I see the difference when if my husband is telling me this thing or my friends are telling, I'm not that convinced. But when I hear it from you, I say, okay, you are an industry expert, and when you tell me, okay, this is something which is is going to be a reality. So that is something that that confidence I got it during that career counseling session. So the career counseling, yes, Friday evening that you used to have. And after that, I joined the course, the .NET upskilling course. And I think during that course also, I had asked you one of the other important questions, that what course to choose, because I was feeling it's an ocean. Data science is trending, the AI is trending, .NET, React, and all of that. So I was like, okay, I am into .NET. I was into .NET. Now .NET Core has come in, but React is also the market trend. Now the data science is also coming up. So I thought, where should I place myself? And that is one thing that again I discussed with you, which you told me, I think it is better to upskill in your own skill set, because that will give me a confidence.
This is the one message I want to give to the audience. Nowadays, what is happening in the market? We having so many technology in the trend. Let's say machine learning, AI, we having the blockchain, we having the many others. So what are the issue with the people is, what are the existing experience they having? They start ignoring that experience. They start jumping into learning the new thing. And that is completely a new game for them, because they have not worked in the past. So better to work on the existing skill set, where you try to work on the past, where what are the challenges usually we face. We have to just grow ourselves. It is just like we just polishing our skill set. We are not working on a new skill set. So exactly the same thing that everyone woman should do. If you are going to restart the thing, suggestion is here, just work on the upskilling part or existing skill set. Not try to learn any new things, which is not connecting with your existing experience. Later on, you can think about learning the new skill set. I'm not saying you should not start learning, but start in restarting the career, start with your where you left the things. Then think about learning the new things and you will get the new job. Yeah, please go ahead.
Right, sir. Yeah, I agree to, and also, that when I was back to Visual Studio, I was back to my own, like the familiar tools, that gave me another level of it, the boost, because the tool, where is right. What it is, what is the menu, what is the process that we follow. So I think that was a good decision to, to stick to my tech stack. Yeah.
But it's just like you are living somewhere at home and you just come back to your home, return back. So of course, you already aware of your home, each and every corner. You have to just polish them. That's it. It is like this.
Right, sir. I agree and I experienced. Yeah.
I think by doing the hands-on practice around the assessment, around whatever the assignment we having, you did those things. You prepared from the interview question answer videos, and of course we having the project element things also. So what type of question are going to be asked around the project element? Because I'm sure this is a common question everyone asks. what is your project architecture, especially whenever you are learning a new technology, how you explain that the question in the interview?
Yeah. So to answer this question, sir, I feel, yeah. So since I have, 12 years of experience when I gave interview, the questions were pretty advanced. Like, on the design perspective, they will ask, like, what is the project architecture that you're following? Why this is so? Why, like, how we achieve like, what we achieve out of dependency injection? And then they will try to give you some scenario. Okay. So when we say dependency injection, there is a lot behind it, right? So they would want to understand if you really know it. What are the interfaces? Why we use them? So they will try to, drill you on that to make sure that you understand that concept. Because in .NET Core everything is inbuilt. You are the dependency injection. So you are not like the previous versions of .NET. We had to have it injected in your project separate as a as one of the activities.
So do you think what are the project we build in the class that help you to answer these type of question?
Definitely, sir. I mean, the reason I tell you, I had inquired into the inquired with multiple coaching institutes. Also, I looked for some of the Udemy courses, and also the other, maybe I will not say they are your competitors or anything, but there was no one in the market who was giving me the hands-on. There was no one in the market that when I searched, right? So, and also from home, and also such a flexible batch timings, because I wanted something where I could spend time. I had joined early morning batch, sir, 6:30 batch. So that was something when I knew that my kids will, they the elder one is in the school, he leaves for the school, and the younger one is sleeping. So I knew that time is for my me time. So
I remembered you just come with a set of questions when you enter on the Saturday session, and then those questions you asked. I remember those time. One more thing I want to ask here: how much time usually you put for learning on weekdays, especially? Can you explain that part? How you doing the time management and how much time you are putting on learning in weekdays and weekend? It will help the actually the woman to understand that.
Right. So I feel, sir, this is a bit a person to person thing. I was good technically always, sir. I mean at least I think so. I was good, but now it was a matter of revising, getting back to that that mode of seeing those tools, going back to those concepts. For me, I did not study that much, like for hours and hours. So I used to give my best in Saturday, Sunday. I tell you. Okay. And some practices. And some also practice during the working days. So that I did. And but mainly I used to the way I learned .NET Core is okay. How we used to do it in before version. So how it is different? Because I already knew how we were doing previously. So what is this different? What .NET framework brings up now? So I used doing more of that kind of study, sir. So not very much into those studying that pattern, but some of the some of the assessment I did it very very honestly, when you had the classes on this middleware writing. And I think the form validation part that I just did because I thought probably that is one of the areas which needs a bit of minor details, and I should be knowing it because sometimes some of the interviews ask it in the question and answer because they want to check, are you really having hands-on? So that one. And I focused on database also, sir, because that was also not part of our, because the course was .NET, right? Though we covered entity framework, right? So that was anyways been taken care during the class, entity framework. But from the database perspective, there were many concepts that also I revised parallelly. But my hands-on this ORM, I got it through the course itself. So there was no separate study required because I had worked on entity framework before.
So what is your advice to the women, especially who are willing to restart their career? What is your final take on this?
Yes, sir. So I was just thinking, I was amazed that, it's been a year I joined the course. And after a year, I'm talking and I still recollect things. So it's the journey has been amazing, sir. So that was just my expression, sir, to how we're connecting now. But yeah, coming back to the question, I feel first thing we need to be determined that we as a person, as an individual, I want to make this. I want to achieve this goal. First thing is this. Second thing I feel is getting in touch with right set of people. So which are related to your profession, because you need to be in contact with those people, because otherwise the other professionals, they will have their expertise, but the challenges of our own field, our field people will only know, right? So getting in touch with them. So webinars, I used to attend n number of webinars. Okay, so that was something that helped me, because being at home, I had no option. Okay, I had no other option of connecting with other professionals except my friends with whom I worked before, right? But then, but that was not the forum, right? I needed a forum, which I got it through webinars first. So I think making right decision, like on the journey of comeback, stay determined, correct with right sort of people, and you need a mentor. You need a mentor. I feel at any point in time of our life, to achieve something, it's always good to have a mentor, who is guiding us, who is telling us what is right, what is what should be, what is correct for you, or this is what will enable you to take the right decision. So that is something. So what I always feel is that you have been my mentor for that at the start of my journey. So thanks for being there, sir. I mean, I take this opportunity so to thank you on this, sir. It's like it was very much required. So that initial thing, if you're getting the right people to guide you, you're through. Next step is your own hard work.
Yeah,
so sticking to your goal.
There, even it is about that family support should be there also. I will include that point also. Until you don't have the family
support. Family support. Yes. My husband is very supportive. He will always support me. If whenever it comes to my career, he will always say, okay, because he knows I'm ambitious, right? I was ambitious since starting. So he supported me. Now that my kids also support me. So it's like, but when you are in that flow, sir, the surrounding things also happen. Okay. So first, the effort is from our own.
Yeah, right.
From within.
And one final question I want to ask: do you think after the career gap, there is an issue with the expecting the salary, whatever you have in the mind? Do you think you have compromise in terms of salary when you hired by a company?
So, sir, as you had said that how will I place myself back in the market? What strategy I applied, I tell you. So I would like to share with you. So when I had an HR interview, I told them it was very simple. I was honest and very simple. I told them I want to make a career comeback. My only expectation is make my career comeback smooth. That's the only thing I would expect. Okay. And they had one question. If you give an opportunity, will you be able to join? It was Thursday when they asked me. I joined on Monday, sir. So I said, I'm going to go. I will join. And the salary was something that I told them is not my criteria. So, because it wasn't my criteria, sir. Honestly, being very, very, very honest, sir. So, but they gave me good package, sir. Not really. Because when your profile matters, how you present you matters, how your interview goes, it matters. So it was not a challenge for me, but definitely it was not as per the standard. But why, when I was myself out of the market, okay, how would I expect something which matches with the market, right?
Yeah,
so that when you try to help me with that, right? And I think that was very much genuine. So that I did. So, but what they offered was definitely a good, an increase over my previous package. Okay. So I was happy. They did not give me something lesser. Okay. Now, but now that, sir, what has happened after a year of, the hard work and, the support from I got from my company, my team members, and also my own hard work, sir. So with that, I think yesterday only, sir, I got my appraisal later. I've got 25% hike, sir.
Okay, congratulations.
So yeah, that is something really, so your efforts will always come back, so they will always be recognized. So
yeah, here one point to understand the audience is, if let's say you are genuine, for which profile they are going to hire you, it's not the case. They will not offer you the highest level end of the package, but what are the lowest end, what are the mid range they have it. Definitely they will give you. So you don't need to think much about the package. Just think about what are the genuine answer. I think they are really impressed with your honesty and how you are, doing the thing from them with day one. That is also, impressed to the people, to the team as well, because everyone want to hire the genuine people. This is also matters for a company.
Okay, right. Yeah. So that was, and that this is the same thing, sir, when I was introduced to my project. The first time when I had an introduction with my project manager and then to the tech lead, I genuinely told them, this is what is the story and I would need your support. I will give my 200%, but you got to somewhere you support me. I will put my extra hours, that is fine. But if needed, support me for some days. And they did a wonderful job, sir. They really supported me. And see, now is that I am taking his role. He's moving to other project and I'm going to lead 6 people, sir, from Wednesday.
And now you're leading the
next. Yeah. So in my, I was a member there. Now I'll be leading the team.
Yeah,
in next 3 days, sir.
So now you're able to, they justify the role, whatever the company is hired you and what are the experience you have.
True, sir. That's right. Yeah.
So thank you, Yogita, for sharing your learning journey. Especially, I really like you speak about on every point clearly. You answer them well. Definitely, especially the women audience who are actually willing to restart their career, they definitely get the help from this podcast. I really appreciate your time, your the input into this one. Thank you, Yogita, for coming on this show.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Bye.